Boko Haram attack, bodies of army officers and soldiers recovered from Niger community. I tell you, so the Boko Haram and the terrorists, deleted some soldiers and army officers in the Niger community and went away. And the Nigerians are asking now, the same thing that happened in Okuama has happened in Niger State. It has happened in Yobe State, Damaturu Road. Okay. Now, have you bombed the community? Have you done everything? And they shamelessly were trying to defend themselves that all hands are on deck to bring perpetrators to book. Is that what we want to hear? Have you bombed the community like you did in Okuama village? Have you done everything? Nothing. I am telling you, the Chief of Defense Staff and the Chief of Army Staff will have questions to answer. And it's good, I heard that they have sued them for that arson, destruction, unnecessary destruction of Okuama village. Now they've just gone to recover the bodies of those soldiers without chasing the perpetrators to recover the arms and to bring them to book, and also without burning the village down or the community down the way they did in Okuama. Can you see one-sidedness of these people? So I think the South need to have sense. At least 6 bodies of some missing Nigerian military personnel have been recovered in Alawa areas of Shiroro local government area of Niger State. Daily Post learned that this occurred last Friday during a gun battle that ensued between the soldiers, vigilantes, and armed men suspected to be members of the dreaded Boko Haram sect. And the gunmen in their hundreds had allegedly invaded the surrounded Basa community for 3 days, during which they set ablaze 2 houses at the Masigo community. So upon receipt of a distress call from the community, it was learned that the military joint task force of Alawa, Erena, and Pandogari, including some members of vigilante groups in Shiroro, came together and engaged the bandits in a fierce battle at the Lolo in Alawa area. So the fight, it was further gathered, resulted in casualties from both sides. Sources from the area who spoke on condition of anonymity said the deceased included a captain, a major, and 4 others. So the sources also disclosed that the security officers lost their way while countering the members of the sect in the forest on Friday night. So they also disclosed that at the moment, the whole area has been cordoned by the military. Daily Post further learned that their bodies were recovered in the bush with the bullet shots on their heads. Can you imagine? Confirming the development, the Niger State Commissioner for Homeland Security, General Garuba Abdullahi Mohammed, explained that efforts were ongoing to track the Boko Haram insurgents. Can you imagine? So he, however, declined to declare the number of casualties in the encounter involving the military personnel, the vigilante, and the insurgents. As of the time of filing this report, military authorities are yet to confirm the reported killing of the officers and soldiers. So the question now is, why, now that I've retrieved their body, why have they not been able to get those people? Why have they not been able to declare manhunt? Why have they not been able to now mural all the tanks, cordon the whole village off, and start holding the chiefs? Because there's no way the chiefs will not know some of the Boko Haram members in that area. They didn't do that. And then when you speak now, they will tell you that the situation of Boko Haram is different from the situation of Okuama, so they cannot use the same method. When it comes to dealing with the community, they will come and showcase power. But when vulnerable communities, especially in the south, southeast, southwest, and south, the same thing, they rolled all the armies to southeast, especially in Imo State, caused a lot of problems throughout Buhari's government. Meanwhile, Boko Haram was ravaging the northeast, northwest, and north central. They couldn't do anything to them. Quite unfortunate. Really, really, really unfortunate. So the question I'm asking now is, has the military now cordoned off all these communities? Have the Chief of Defense Staff moved special battalion to that area to see that something happens? Nothing. The one that happened in Yobe-Damaturu Road, where soldiers were slain there, what has it done in that community where that thing happened? Nothing. What about the continuous killing that is happening in Benue and in Plateau State? What have you done? Nothing. You are telling us, especially in the case of Plateau, you are telling us that the terrain is too complex for the soldiers to apprehend those people because of the vast land and access roads problem. Gave all forms of flimsy excuses. But if it is the southeast and south, you will roll out your helicopter and fight from the air. This is quite disheartening. Soldiers are dying left, right, and center, but you choose where to destroy and where to pamper. That is it. So when you now, in the case of Niger State, you are able to target only the bandits alone, only the Boko Haram sect alone, and make sure the community people are secure. But in the south, you came and ravaged the entire community, even without having the full detail of the incident, even without seeing those people that caused the mayhem. You ravaged the whole Okuama community. And even when they were, I think they will set up a panel of inquiry by the military there in Warri. They allowed the people of Koloba, or what's their name, to come without allowing the people of Okuama to represent themselves in that panel of inquiry. Does that make sense? This is very disheartening to know. I'm telling you, quite an unfortunate situation that military will have selective operations in a country that is as vast and diverse like Nigeria. You choose where to go and unleash your kinetic power, and you choose where to go and do selective operations to protect their people. It's very bad. I tell you, what has happened in Okuama, they will pay. They will definitely give account of what happened in Okuama. We understand that killing of soldiers is not good because soldiers are people's children. They are from families. They also have flesh and blood. They have their children and family to take care of. But what we're saying is, why doing selective operations? And sometimes why not telling the world the truth, the cause of incidents? Okay? Because in the case of Okuama, they said they were going for peacekeeping mission. And meanwhile, some people there have come out to say no, it was bunkering and bunkering payment that is causing the problem. They didn't go to the route to tell the world the true reason why the people of Okuama reacted, but they went and burnt the whole place down. Now look at the killing of soldiers in Niger State, in Yobe State, and then in some parts of the north that Boko Haram and the SWAP are ravaging. They are not talking about it. Rather, they are releasing the Boko Haram suspects that have been in custody back to the public and then to reintegrate them back to the public. Those guys are terrorists and they will never repent. And they fail to understand that just because it's their people. Only God will judge. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.